Good evening and welcome to a special edition of Growth Talk Radio Show. I'm your host, Duvalier Malone, and tonight I have with me Barbara Riley. Ms. Riley is a representative for Aspire. Aspire is an acronym standing for Assisting Single Parents in Realizing Education Through Scholarship Programs, Surviving Spouse Scholarship Program. This is a national nonprofit organization whose mission is to bring people together to help break the cycle of poverty for many who would otherwise have no means of attaining a higher education. I am super excited tonight to welcome Ms. Riley. Ms. Riley, welcome to Growth Talk Radio Show, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Mr. Malone. It's an honor and a privilege.
Tonight, I want to start off by getting you to give the audience a little information about Aspire and the background about this great organization.
Okay. Aspire is a national nonprofit organization that came about from a state organization in the state of Arkansas, Single Parent Scholarship Fund. And Single Parent Scholarship Fund has been around about 30 years in the state of Arkansas. And as our graduates or our clients or our students started to go out into the world and the workforce, people asked them and they shared their story about how they were helped by agencies that supported single parents. And then we started to get calls and said, well, how can we get this in our state? So my executive director, Christine Zenai, is also part of Single Parent Scholarship Fund in Arkansas, and she stepped out and some of her colleagues to establish Aspire and to make it a national program where we could go from state to state.
Awesome. So, Ms. Riley, tell us how people can get involved here in the state of Mississippi as it relates to Aspire.
Well, in Mississippi, we have one affiliate already established in Clarksdale, and we've had a lot of interest in the Jackson area, and several people have submitted, and even the mayor's chief of staff and some of his people have committed to establish an affiliate there in Jackson. So right now we're celebrating the graduation of one of our students, our first graduates out of Mississippi from the Aspire program.
Awesome. That is very, very awesome. And so will you give us the website address for your organization so that people can view the website and get more information about the organization?
Certainly. Our website is www.aspireus.org. www.aspireus.org.
Awesome. Now, let me ask you this, Ms. Riley. Is it a certain, do you guys have sponsorships? Are you guys seeking sponsorships? How can people sponsor a student? I'm on Facebook and Twitter now, and one of the tweets said, how can we sponsor students for scholarships for this program? So how can people get involved and sponsor scholarships and students to be able to receive an education?
Well, one of the things that my job is to establish affiliates. And what that means is that I go into a community and find some people who love people, working with people, and we come together and talk about how to establish an affiliate. And basically an affiliate is a nonprofit. We would hope that there would be another 501c3 in the community that would partner with them, or they can establish their own 501c3, which mainly that says that your contributors or your donors will be able to receive a tax, credit on their tax on their contribution. One of our sponsors, our national sponsor, is DAE Inc., and they sponsor the surviving spouse piece of the scholarship, the parent scholarship, and they have made a huge contribution toward helping the spouses who they have lost their loved ones in the war, Iraq, Afghanistan, and in those areas. So basically, it's just the people coming together, saying we want to do this and we're going to raise money. A part of helping establish affiliates, we have seed money, somewhere around $2,000 that will help them organize their organization, to register with the state, and of course the first 2 or 3 scholarships, $500 scholarships. We ask that the scholarship be a minimum of $500.
Okay.
For students per semester. And basically the beauty of this is that most of our students are already registered or in school, but the Aspire scholarship is money that they can use to take care of their basic needs. Those things that may be hiccups along the way, to help them pay their utility bills, to help them get uniforms for their kids, to help them get a special book they may need, scrubs, or anything, that would help them stay in school.
That's awesome. That is very, very awesome. And as you were talking, I want to ask you to give us give the viewers more information on the Surviving Spouse Scholarship Program. Tell us more about that program.
Okay. The Surviving Spouse Program is a program that was set aside to help widows. And usually when we think about the spouses of military spouses, probably 80% or 87% of them are, young mothers. Some are men, but usually when something happens, it's not anything that they're prepared for. So the scholarship comes and helps to decrease the pressure on the household if the spouse has to go back to school. And basically the typical student profile for a surviving spouse is that usually it's mother at home with the children. So what 74% of military spouses are between the ages of 18 and 34. So and 71% of them have children. And we know that if you don't have a degree or some form of certification or the skill trade, your family is going to struggle. So what BAE Systems has done is has provided monies to support these single parents who lost their spouses in Iraq or Afghanistan. Mm-hmm. So and the Surviving Spouse Program is unique in its own way because it helps break down the barriers that would keep them from going to school or supporting them.
Okay.
Supporting when they're in school.
Thank you for that. Now let me ask you this. Here in the state of Mississippi, we have a very high single parent rate. Talk about how Aspire is helping single parents and how single parents can contact you guys as their students are graduating and embarking into their college education. And it's very important that I believe that we in the state of Mississippi get on board with you because we have a very high statistics of single parent homes here within the state of Mississippi. So just kind of elaborate for me some on single parents and how you guys are helping those families as well.
I'm glad you asked because we have we just received a special grant award over in Kahoma County. Mm-hmm. It's called the Delta Bridge Project with Southern Bancorp. Uh-huh. And the number of single parents and the number of students not being able to stay in school were really high in that particular county in Mississippi. And we applied for funding and we got it right after school, it's around midterm. And we interviewed 5 young ladies over in the Kahoma County area and were able to award 5 scholarships right at the midterm, and we're looking forward to funding them this spring. And how that works, there is a affiliate over in Clarksdale called the North Delta Mississippi Aspire affiliate, And it's some people, a couple of people from Oklahoma Community College, some local people in the community, some people from Delta State, and they just came together and organized and set up an affiliate to send out invitations for single parents to apply for assistance. And last year, in 2012, we had 8 scholarships in the Oklahoma area and other counties around the 5 counties in that area. And we had students at Ole Miss, 2 at Delta State, and 5 at Oklahoma Community College.
Awesome. That is very, very awesome. So, Ms. Pittman, again, we have some new viewers that have just came on our Ustream. If you can, give them a quick breakdown of Expire and also how they can get in contact with you, and also give them the business side of it, how they can actually get this in their community and make a difference on their end as well.
Okay. Well, basically, Expire is people helping people. And we believe that we can help generations if one person learns how to learn how to come out of poverty and work toward getting an education. I heard one lady say that if you educate a man, you just educate one person, but if you educate a woman, you educate the whole family. But we want people to come together and mentor, because a lot of these young ladies and young men, even grandparents, if you have custody of your dependent children, grandchildren under the age of 21, and you're in school, you're trying to get a certification or get a degree, you're also eligible. One of the qualifying factors is that if you're eligible for a Pell Grant, then you automatically meet the qualifications for Aspire. Even if you've exhausted all of your Pell Grant funds and you're no longer able to get Pell Grant funds, if you, based on your income, you can still be eligible to receive assistance from Aspire. Our website, again, is www.aspireus.org, or they can give me a call. And my number, I'm sure you have it on your website, or they can call me at 903-908-9754 or at 479-973-0800. And they can call directly to me, or someone can handle it in our main office. And we're located main office and our headquarters is located in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Ms. Riley, we have a question on Twitter, and I want to get you to respond to this question. She's a non-traditional student, and she was wondering that she just went back to school to get her degree at an older age, and will Expire be able to assist her? She was trying to reach out to you guys, but she didn't know whether it was for students who were just graduating, or also is it for non-traditional students as well?
Okay, as long as you don't have a degree already, which actually for non-traditional students, you can be going. We have students who are going back to school in their 40s that are single parents. It's mainly just if you're single and you fit within the income criteria to qualify for Pell Grant. We will see what we can do to get you some assistance.
Awesome. And again, I really thank you for coming on tonight because I'm a big advocate for education, and I believe that if we can educate those students that are in poverty-stricken areas and get them into education, and I also believe Growth Talk, we believe in getting the students to come back to their communities and give back and to grow those communities. I believe that we can make this world a better place, and we can grow those poverty-stricken communities, and we can move forth and create better initiatives for our communities at large. And I really thank you tonight for coming on. I want to ask you, is it anything else you would like to share with our audience tonight as it relates to Expire? the door is open tonight?
Well, I would just encourage everyone to go to our website and read about us and see what we're doing and where we're doing right now. We're in 7 states and growing. We'll be speaking with an affiliate tonight in San Francisco. They're working on awarding some scholarships in the San Francisco area. They came aboard. Some young people came together and established their affiliate in the fall of last year, and I believe they were able to give out 6 scholarships, and they're gearing up to give some away for the spring. We have an affiliate in Metro Atlanta, and I talked with them earlier on Monday. They still had about 5 slots available for scholarships this spring in the Metro Atlanta area. We also have affiliates in Joplin, Missouri, and in Oklahoma, looking at establishing one in the Kansas area in the very near future, and most definitely in Jackson. And like I said, we do have some interest there, and I'm looking forward to coming there in the very near future and establishing an affiliate in Jackson.
Well, I am so glad that you came on tonight. And like I said, Duvalier, Malone Enterprises and Growth Talk Radio Show, we're going to get with Expire, and we want to work with you guys as well, because I really am a very big advocate to make sure that students are educated across the board. You know, coming from a poverty-stricken community and home, I know how important it is to educate those communities. And I thank you again for the work that you're doing across the nation and educating our young people. Thank you so much for coming on the air, and look forward to talking to you in the near future about more initiatives that are going on here in the state of Mississippi. And I ask each and every one of my viewers tonight to get in contact with Ms. Barber and Aspire and help educate the next generation of leaders in our community. Thank you so much for coming on again.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.